Alright, what is up? This is Slow Plays, and guys, today we have the brand new Bleach Rebirth of Souls version 1.04 patch. This is massive. This is the biggest patch we've received for the game. I know it's only been like a week or two since the game released, but we're already getting huge changes. I believe every single character has adjustments and changes, okay, if I'm not mistaken, or almost every single character. I didn't go over the whole thing. I just kind of skimmed through it, and I was like, God damn, they put in a lot of work for this patch. So let's go over this. We have released update patch version 1.04 made the following changes: battle/game mode adjustments and changes, character adjustments and changes. Please check out the official website. So this is gonna be pretty long. If you want to, you can skim through if you want to see a specific character or whatever. I'm gonna preface this right now. I do not play this game online, so when it comes to certain changes, I'm probably not the best person to tell you if this is a good or a bad change. I'll give you like general reaction and feedback for some of the stuff, but I'll leave it up to you guys in the comments to let me know if you think these changes were positive for the game or a bad change, or if there are other things that you would like to see. Now keep in mind, this free update patch is mainly just balancing and changes and stuff. It's not, I don't think they added, there's no new mode, there's no ranked mode or anything yet. They said specifically that they would do a ranked mode after they get all this, together with, basically they got to get their shit together with all the balances and the patches and stuff for these characters and adjustments to the game, right? So general battle adjustments / changes: reduce the amount of fighting spirit gained when a Kompaku is destroyed. Okay, fix an issue where damage stun of chain reverse varied depending on the awakening stage. Okay, so chains on that. In online matches, adjusted unintended unblockable frames during wake up, correcting an issue where combos could be infinitely extended. So that was a big issue that a lot of people had, where characters like, I think, Byakuya and Yoruichi had these infinites, which I believe that they did patch in here. We'll go over it once we get to those characters. That was a very annoying thing that I do recall people, basically complaining about, which understandable. Nobody wants to get caught in an infinite loop. It's unfair. It's bullshit. It's stupid. But, that seems to be a thing that they did fix with it, okay? Game mode adjustments and changes. So in free match mode, change the match time to 300 seconds. I don't know what it initially was. If it was more or less. I think 300 seconds is like, well, that's like 5 minutes or some shit. Set the default for matchmaking region and connection speed in matchmaking settings to unlimited. Okay, so this is just by default, they're fixing it to that. So I would assume that these are the settings that most people would use. And then set the default for soul crystals and spirit talismans in matchmaking settings to disabled. Okay, so that makes sense. I guess, that was just, I would assume most people did not play with these little, extras to buff their character, or like, customization in a sense, right? That's basically what those crystals and talismans are for. So most people, I would assume if you're going to play, online, you would just, play just basic without anything, okay? Like if it's like Smash Bros, for example, no items, right? Final destination, Fox Dittos. Battle, turned off the display of technique names triggered by spiritual pressure move outside of NPC battles. Change the specifications so that the time limit does not stop during reverse actions. Oh, interesting. Okay, so whenever all these extra little like cutscene things or whatever play or whatever, there's no time limit stop. It just the time limit's just gonna keep going, right? Character adjustments and changes. Okay, so here, literally, I believe this is every single character got some type of adjustment. Okay. So Bankai Ichigo, not base regular Ichigo, so I don't think he's on here. I think it's just mainly the Bankai and then the final Getsuga, right? Hakugeki fixed an issue where the forward movement distance became excessive when inputting Hakugeki after landing an attack, okay? Flash attack follow-up fix an issue where follow-up would not occur correctly with certain inputs during awakening or Getsuga or a state. Okay, so that was an issue that they're finally correcting here. Reduce the Reishi amount upon awakening. Okay, so that, I guess, would be considered like a bit of a nerf because I guess whatever health that he was getting before, they're making it less now whenever he reawakens, okay? So, I guess understandable. The reawakening being what the, I call it the Vasta Lorde, whatever you want to call it or whatever. I can tell that would be annoying, when you get a ton of health back. So fixing that so that, it's not It's not as much, I guess, would be pretty reasonable. Because, I mean, reawakening is pretty crazy, right? Final Getsuga. Ichigo, everyone's favorite to fight against, right? Spiritual Pressure Move 1. Fix an issue where it would not follow up correctly under certain circumstances. Okay, so that's just fixing an issue that was, you know, with follow-ups. I feel like a lot of these have to do with follow-ups. Okay, so there are certain moves that would connect, that were not connecting, now connect, okay? Or certain things that would, you know, have issues with that, they fixed it. Signature Move. Restricted the use of certain actions after a hit. Increase the amount of spirit energy given to the opponent upon a hit. Okay, so this is benefiting the opponent when specifically fighting Final Getsuga Ichigo. Increase the amount of fighting spirit required to transition to Kikon channel and spirit drive. Okay, so you're going to have more for that shit if you want to be able to transition into it. Significantly increase the amount of fighting spirit given to the opponent upon a Kikon move hit. So they're trying to make it so that it's easier, in a sense, to fight this character. Which, again, that makes sense, right? He's like the most, I would say, one of the most, or if not the most broken character. This is a character that you have to unlock at the end of beating the story mode. So, yeah, he would be, you know, it would make sense for them to make this a lot easier as the opponent fighting him, right? Uryu. Now, this is my favorite character to use. Breaker. Made it so combos can be connected when performing follow-up ho-ho after a breaker. Spiritual Pressure Move 2, Reawakening. Adjusted the attack hitbox to prevent multi-hits. Okay, understandable. He's got lots of range, right? Reishi Concentration State made it so specific combos can be connected during the effect. Follow-up ho-ho made it so that it follows up correctly with specific inputs, okay? I do recall whenever I was doing that shit would not actually connect. It wouldn't actually follow up when he did his little teleport or whatever. Yoruichi, okay, Breaker adjusted the behavior against certain characters upon hit. I believe with Yoruichi there was some type of like infinite or some shit that she had. But yeah. Renji, okay, so I think this is interesting. I did skim through both Renji and Komamura. They have like their bankai like awakening or whatever, and they have basically it's like a giant version of them. Okay, Renji has his what is it, the giant snake shit or whatever, and then he's got the big like soldier guy or whatever the fuck it is, right? Yeah. Awakening, change it so Reishi is not restored upon awakening, but are carried over as a percentage. Interesting. Okay, so whenever they awaken, they would get a lot of health back, I guess, and now they're only doing it a percentage of it carries over. So I guess I'm assuming a percentage of what they had initially would carry over. Okay. Weakening adjusted the behavior when transitioning to weakening. So yeah, I can understand that Renji and Komamoto had that shit, okay? Rukia. Signature move made it cancelable into follow-up ho-ho. Okay, cool. Increase the damage amount during awakening. Okay, so that's a buff. Signature charge move. Adjusted the frame advantage of the charge attack to prevent it from hitting again. Okay, so no spams on that shit. Adjusted the damage of some actions against the guard gauge. Kira, Izuru Kira. Signature move made it so follows up correctly with specific inputs. Yeah, it seems a lot of characters, a lot of things just were not connecting or you could not follow up, right? Signature move charge made it so that the opponent can guard upon recovery when used against specific attacks. Okay. So the opponent has a little bit of ease when fighting him now. Ikaku Madarame. Follow-up ho-ho made it so that it hits correctly against specific characters. Signature move during spiritual pressure. Move 1 effect. Increased the damage amount of the parry step button. Follow-up during spiritual pressure move 2 activation. Spiritual pressure move 1. Fix an issue where it could be canceled into other actions at unintended timings. Okay, so they fixed that shit. Now we got Genryusa Yamamoto. Big boy here. Signature move. Fixed an issue where the second hit of the attack could not be used when entering Hellfire state at the time of use. Special flash attack. Fixed an issue where it would not follow up correctly when blocked. Adjusted the frame advantage on hit and block. Spiritual pressure move 2. Fix an issue where the attack hitbox would disappear under certain circumstances. That's weird. Again, I never even used him, so I have no idea. Oh god, Aizen. Look at Aizen. Aizen's got like 5 million changes compared to everyone else. So, yeah, understandable. Flash attack, increase the damage when the Hogyoku fusion level increases. Okay, interesting. So I guess that was an issue with him. He got a buff there. Spiritual, what is it? Spiritual pressure move 1, reawakened. Fix an issue where it would not hit certain characters correctly. That's just crazy how many characters had just issues with connecting or follow-ups. Like, just shit was not working. The game was, like, legitimately broken, which understandable. I heard a lot of people, you know, criticize that. Signature move, normal state / Hogyoku fusion to second phase / awaken. Fix an issue where it would not follow up correctly with specific inputs. Shorten the time to transition to Hogyoku fusion second phase. Interesting. Okay, so they made it quicker to get to that, you know, awakening. Reduce the amount of fighting spirit required to awaken from Hogyoku fusion second phase. So, I mean, he just sounded like he just got buffs overall. Byakuya. Okay, so he had like an infinite thing, if I recall correctly, that people did not like, which understandable. His range is crazy with his Senbun Zakura Kage Yoshi. Signature move made it so it cannot follow up from quick attack or flash attack. Fix an issue where it could not follow up to Hakugeki when following up to flash attack. Flash attack made it so that attacks by matching the position when there is a certain height difference with the opponent. Okay, so yeah, he just got some nerfs on that shit because he was being annoying as fuck. All right, Byakuya, this is your fault. You did shit, so this is what you get. All right, so Saijin Komamura. So yeah, again, he had the same thing. I think for the most part, his notes are exactly the same as Renji. Awakening changes so Reishi is not restored upon awakening, but carried over. Okay, that's the same thing. And weakening adjusted the behavior when transitioning to weakening. Okay, makes sense. Kaname Tosen. Spiritual pressure move 2 made it so that it follows up correctly when a counter is successful under certain circumstances. Made it possible to immediately transition to another action after certain actions. Okay, Mayori Kurotsuchi. Flash attack follow-up, fix an issue where it could be canceled at unintended timing. Spiritual pressure move 2, fix an issue where the attack would not hit correctly against your opponents when Reishi below a certain amount. Kikon move 1, normal state, fix an issue where it would not hit correctly under certain circumstances. Follow-up Ho-Oh adjusted the combo scaling during combos. So Mayori was just broken, not in the aspect of him being like really, really overpowered, but he was just literally like he was... all his shit was not working. Okay, Kaien Shiba. I heard that they fixed him, they buffed him, and then they just made him feel a lot more balanced overall. Signature move made it so that it follows up correctly with specific inputs. Special flash attack adjusted the charge time when in current or a state. Okay, so I mean, anybody use Kaien Shiba? I feel like he's a character that I don't know. I haven't really seen too many people use him or even really talk about him too much. Okay. Shinji Harako. Signature move. Fix an issue where the follow-up attack after a successful counter would not connect against certain techniques of the opponent. Breaker. Adjusted the standing position when a breaker is parried. Made it so combos can be connected correctly against specific characters. Oh my god. Okay, so Star Key got... holy shit, bro. Yeah. I remember seeing a lot of people say, or again, not complain, but criticize Stark for being... very annoying to fight, so I'm going to assume they fixed a lot of stuff on that. Quick attack, normal state. Fix an issue where combos could be infinitely extended under certain circumstances. So no more of the infinite bullshit. That's good that they fixed a lot of that. That was, I think, a big thing plaguing the game overall. Special flash attack made it so that it follows up correctly with specific inputs. Breaker adjusted the standing position where a breaker is parried. Follow up Ho-Oh normal state. Fix an issue where damage would increase during spiritual pressure move 2 activation. Wow, what a bitch. Flash attack awaken. Fix an issue where combos would not hit correctly under certain circumstances. And the special condition awaken. Fix an issue where the blue flame wolf stock would not be consumed correctly despite having blue flame wolf stock under certain circumstances. Okay, so they just mainly big takeaway. They fixed that infinite shit. So yeah. Hopefully he's not horrible to fight against for y'all that are playing online. Okay, we're almost done. I know this is a long video. I wanted to make sure I broke down and read every single character, okay? So, Tia Haribel, special condition. Fix an issue where the aura gauge would not increase with certain actions. So, That's good. I can't believe that shit was fucked. And Spiritual Pressure move 2, increase the invincibility time. Ooh, okay. So she got that nice shit. Quick Attack Awaken, increase the block stun time in a signature upgraded state. Or sorry, upgrade state. Okay. So for you Holly Bell, you know, mains out there. Then we got Nelly L. Too early strong. Nikikon move 1, normal state, fix an issue where it would not hit correctly during online matches. Okay, so specifically say, this is why I said I don't play online, so I wouldn't know about this because my ass don't play online. But maybe there was an issue offline as well. But they're specifically saying during the online, this shit would not hit. Which I do recall hearing people say that there are things that would work offline, but when you play online, shit would not work. That's a crazy thing, right? Spiritual Pressure move 2, Awakened, fix an issue where it would not what the hell is this? What is this grammar? Fix an issue where it would not follows up correctly. It would not follow up correctly. Others, adjusted the movement of some battle actions, improved usability and operational stability, aka they just fix shit. No, overall, let me just say, all this sounds pretty good on paper, right? Obviously I haven't played this. I'm not going to play online or anything. I'll probably go into the game and try it out. I'm still playing through story mode and everything anyways, but everything sounds very good overall. It seems they fixed a lot of shit that just was broken. Like, and I mean broken as in like it was not working, right? Not character being overpowered, but the final Getsugo Tensho Ichigo seems to be that it'll be hopefully easier to fight against him. From what they're showing, you're getting more benefits for the opponent, anybody that fights him. Overall, what is it? Chain Infinite, that would be ridiculous, where, you know, you would just be locked into that. That shouldn't be an issue anymore. They seem to have fixed that for the most part. But again, I'll leave it up to you guys to comment down below if you think all of these changes were good. If you think majority were good, some were bad, understandable. I can understand that some people might not like every change, but for the most part, I think it sounds very, very good. And that's good that a lot of the feedback, because these are a lot of the shit that was on here were all things that people voiced their opinions about and gave feedback on in a lot of the, what is it, the little like feedback thing that they had, like a little, not a survey necessarily, but you could give feedback to them on like the Steam page or whatever. So yeah, that's been fantastic. Yeah, comment down below, drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell. I'll keep you guys updated on the Bleach Rebirth of Souls information and content. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching Slow Plays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.